In The Woman in the Window, Anna doesn't just love film noir, she basically lives in one. We investigated and found every noir as well as every film reference. Did your favorite classic film get referenced? Which elements does a film need to be considered noir? Let us know in the comments. First, The Woman in the Window shares a title with a 1944 film noir directed by Fritz Lang. While not the same premise, both films are centered around a troubled psychologist, each with a presumed knowledge of Sigmund Freud. The film uses many slow pans to establish its world. Having learned this during the silent era, Hitchcock often used camera movement instead of dialogue to tell a story, like he did in Vertigo and Rear Window. Some call it show don't tell. He called it pure cinema. Speaking of Rear Window, it's what's being shown right here. In it, Jimmy Stewart played a man stuck in his apartment due to a broken leg, much like Anna, who's trapped in her place due to a recent condition.
I'm agoraphobic. I can't go outside.
Also like Rear Window, as well as 12 Angry Men, the film creates a sense of claustrophobia by taking place almost entirely within the confines of Anna's New York City brownstone.
Oh man, hate to be stuck inside a house this shitty.
The Woman in the Window's color theme is overall very warm and jewel-like. It also makes extensive use of reds and greens in both the rooms of the house and Amy's wardrobe. The film takes direct inspiration from Vertigo's color palette. Anna snoops on her neighbors. We see their carefully orchestrated movements through various window frames, kind of like a living storyboard. This is very much the case in Rear Window, as is the theme of voyeurism.
She has some serious privacy issues.
When the wine soaks into the paper, it looks like blood. Not only would Hitchcock use red to foreshadow danger, he was also known for using food to simulate the look of blood, like he did with chocolate syrup in Psycho. Anna watches Laura, a 1944 noir that, much like Woman in the Window, involves mistaken identity. Also, like in many noir films, The Woman in the Window often uses a dark atmosphere and dramatic shadowing.
I like it dim.
And it wouldn't be complete without a genre-defining Venetian blind shadow like in Double Indemnity and The Maltese Falcon.
Let your mind go back to your childhood.
The movie playing is Spellbound, another Hitchcock film starring Ingrid Bergman and Gregory Peck. The film also involves psychoanalysis, trauma-induced phobias, and mistaken identities. Seeing a pattern yet?
Okay, I got it.
Anna's place has several frosted glass doors. You'll often find these in noirs involving private eyes, like The Maltese Falcon starring Humphrey Bogart. It's a good fit for Anna, as she becomes a bit of a sleuth herself. Anna meets a woman named Jane Russell.
What makes you say that?
This is also the name of an actress known for Gentlemen Prefer Blondes in her breakthrough role in Howard Hughes' The Outlaw.
Like your earrings.
Jane Russell is also connected to a yellow rose earring which serves as a plot device, or if you want to sound legit, a MacGuffin. Flowers are commonly used as a motif in Hitchcock films and even served as a major clue in Rear Window. By the way, did you know that Julianne Moore was also in the 1998 remake of Psycho?
Oh, wow, okay, subject change.
Throughout the film, there is a consistent use of Dutch angles. Meant to create a sense of skewed reality, this enduring technique can be seen in The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari and film noir, The Third Man. Featuring lots of frantic violin, Danny Elfman's heart-racing score was inspired by the work of Bernard Herrmann. Herrmann did the music for Vertigo, North by Northwest, and Psycho. This may be a good time to mention that Woman in the Window features numerous POV shots. This visceral technique is heavily used in film noirs like Lady in the Lake and Dark Passage, which just so happens to be the film Anna is watching in this scene. The actress on screen is Laura Bacall. The movie makes another appearance soon after with Housley Stevenson. The red apple on the dark computer screen resembles the trippy dream sequence from Vertigo, as does the Technicolor flashing coming from Anna's TV. It seems that Ethan's father, Alistair, is extremely protective of him and wants him nowhere near some stranger.
Stay away from my son!
Norman's mother seemed to have a similar parenting style in Psycho.
Bringing strange young girls in for supper.
This scene's lighting is overwhelmingly red. Not only is this another nod to Vertigo's dream sequence, it's also used in the 1977 horror film Suspiria. Spoiler.
I don't know how you can live with yourself if you let something happen to a child.
We find out that Anna's family isn't estranged, they're dead.
Oh, that's a twist.
If there's one thing Hitchcock films like Psycho have been known to do, it's throw out a major curveball, if not several.
You killed your mother.
It turns out that it wasn't the parent who was the killer, it was the son. The same thing happens in Psycho, as the mother was played up to be the killer when it was really Norman.
Oh, that's a twist.
He also happened to like knives. The final confrontation takes place on a rooftop in the rain. This is a very common type of weather in noirs, whether it be in a classic like The Big Sleep or in a neo-noir like Blade Runner. Ethan falls to his death. Hitchcock films often have characters fall from great heights, including The Man Who Knew Too Much, Jamaica Inn, Foreign Correspondent, Rear Window, and Vertigo. Was there something we missed? What film inspired by the classics should we do next? Let us know in the comments.
See you around.
Yeah, see you around.